Okay, so I'm sure like a lot of you guys, I've had thoughts about going pro in video games. I've played games just about all my life, alright? I'm pretty good. Wouldn't it just be perfect if I could be paid, recognized, and just like, compete at the highest level and just be known as one of the best? Of course it would. But that reality is so much harder to come by than I ever would have imagined. What's up guys, my name's Oz, and today I'm going to share the story of how I failed to be a Fortnite pro and why it turned out to be for the best. I've played Fortnite since Season 1, and I didn't start taking it seriously until Chapter 2 Season 1. Throughout Chapter 1, I consistently played, pretty good, but I never really went all in as a pro. I know everyone overhypes themselves as a player, okay, but I swear. Overall, I was pretty well rounded and just a solid player. I hope it doesn't come off as arrogant, but, I don't make Fortnite tutorials and guides because I'm butt cheeks at the game. After being good at the game throughout Chapter 1, I finally decided to take a step towards being an actual pro in Chapter 2. And I've been good at a lot of games, like I said. But I've never said, hey yo, let me go pro real quick. But little did I know that everything would change when the Winter Royale attacked. Let me go ahead and explain Winter Royale real quick. So all the Fortnite tournaments so far, you need to place really high to get your money up. Like top 100, top 50, top 25, the usual. For the first time, this wasn't the case. Unusual, okay? You see what's going on? For this Winter Royale, they made it from anywhere between first place and all the way to 1500th place to get money. And this was only for the NA East region and PC only. Console had its very own pool of players. So it's not like you were competing against every single Fortnite player in the world, or even every player in your region. It was specific to your region, and it was specific to your platform. So it narrowed the players down and gave everybody a crazy opportunity to get their money up. You can also play in multiple regions, each day, over 3 days. Each region had its own time slot, so if you hop on when the other region's tournament starts, then you have a chance to earn money there too. Also, you don't even have to be in the Champions Division to play, which is the highest competitive, quote-unquote competitive, division in Fortnite. So let me tell you, this thing was open like cheeks in the boys' locker room. Instead of making the $15 million tournament earnings top heavy by usually only giving the top 10 players money, they spread the earnings across thousands of players and gave a lot of people hope to finally make some money in a real Fortnite tournament. Because of this, the best players in the world, they complain because they're winning less for being the best. But every semi-pro / wannabe pro, myself included, were excited about how much opportunity there was in this tournament. To finally get a taste of your hard work, grinding the game being paid off, since opportunity was at an all-time high to earn money, maybe the highest in history for video game tournaments, or at least online tournaments, and this community consisted of mostly underdeveloped children, myself included. People expected themselves to win something. It's free cash. We only need top 1500? That's it? This tournament is so free! Unfortunately, I was also one of those people, but it's not like that's a bad thing, okay? Because you truly do have to believe in yourself and your skill as a player to make it as a pro in anything. Do you think I grinded arena, watched my VODs, and practiced in pro scrims? What? Do you think I grinded arena, watched my VODs, and practiced in pro scrims, and grinded the game every single day to hope I get lucky? Sure, luck helps, but whenever you're improving in a battle royale, you're not only working on your skill, you're also working on your ability to mitigate bad luck or bad RNG. A better player just knows what to do in bad situations and can make the best of it, as opposed to a bad player in a good situation that's just hoping for the best. And I promise that doesn't always go very far. So yeah, I was expecting myself to play well, and I was expecting myself to finally earn some real tournament money. But there was one glaring issue. I like to think that I was a strong solo player. That's kind of what I practiced majority of my time. But also, I found myself a very nice trio, Joffle and Armed. Ayo, shout out Joffle. And this was a duos tournament. So in the group chat, it went like this. Ayo, I think you and Armed should do it. You guys will be goated. Nah. I want you guys to do it. Ayo, go to bed. So yeah, basically, I insisted they go ahead and compete together because I like to think that I'm a player who can fit any mold. So it's easy for me to partner with whoever as long as they're not completely bad at the game. You need me to be aggressive? I got you. You want me to frag? I'll drop 40 right now. Want me to tarp? Call me Bob, cause I'm building. I'll do whatever I can to the best of my ability to maximize our chances to win. That's how I approach competitive. So this conversation happened a month before the actual tournament, so I had a whole month to find myself a duo. I ended up being with this dude, we'll call him COVID. Yeah, that's how we're starting. It doesn't sound good, does it? He was solid mechanically, but he was pretty like kill hungry, so he wasn't the best decision maker. But I found him weeks in advance, and we were gonna play Winter Royale together. Surely, there'll be no crazy problems. And so, the first day of the tournaments came. What's up, you good? Are you ready?
I'm soon hold up.
Take your time. I'm eating right now before we practice and whatnot.
Wait, my duo is still with me, lol. Try to find a duo.
Huh? So apparently, I was the backup plan? Crazy, right? Normally, I'm so understanding literally about everything. Like, as long as I'm given a proper understanding of why somebody wants to back out or whatever the case may be, like, I get it, you know, life, whatever, I don't care. Not that big a deal. But, you know, if it's something that directly affects me, be considerate about it. Like, at least tell me in advance so I can find another partner. Like, bro, this genuinely had me pissed because I'm laying it all out on the line here. I'm doing my best to try and compete. Even if I don't win money, I don't care because I at least wanted to have a true shot at, you know, making something happen. And I'm not saying this one tournament's gonna change my life, but this Winter Royale could have been a catalyst or a spark for the rest of my competitive grind. But unfortunately, it was the complete opposite. So what now? I found myself in the looking for group Discord channels, and people were scrambling to find a partner. And at this point, the odds of me finding an actual good player this late? Practically impossible. This is literally like 10 minutes before the tournament started, so I ended up choosing this kid who seemed to have good mechanics and somewhat decent stats. And when I say kid, I mean like kid. He was like 13, 15, squeaker, all that. And I was like, damn, but I had to make the most of it. Now, given my circumstances, if you had to guess, how well do you think we did? Go ahead, take your time. Maybe go write your guess in the comments. Alright, if you commented bad, you're actually wrong. We did terrible. We played our games, didn't place, but whatever. The outcome was expected. Over the next 2 tournament days, I didn't even want to try to find a duo for the NAE's tournaments because I didn't want to deal with that again. The next day, Joffel had work, so he got his tournament in with Armed, but he couldn't play in the European tournament, so I played that with Armed. And in case you don't know, if you play in different servers, you're usually at a major ping disadvantage. And Fortnite is a very ping heavy game. Literally, the way you play is partially dependent on how high or low your ping is. So yeah, we played in EU, we didn't place in the money. And then the last day, I still didn't try to find a duo for NA East, and Armed had to be somewhere, so I played the NA West tournament with Joffel. The tournament itself was actually a lot of fun because we W-keyed using meme tactics, and it was working, so that was fun, but still, no money. After 3 straight days of almost back to back to back to back, so many tournaments, and just straight competing and losing every single day, that sucked. I've never set out to do something and failed this miserably. I mentioned earlier that I'm mainly a solo player with a great trio, so I guess I shouldn't measure my worth over a duos tournament. Yes, I also got snaked at the last second. Yes, I never had a true duo. And yes, I never got to play as a true duo in my own native ping. But damn, I still lost. And it still sucked. This was when my demotivation to play Fortnite all started. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't in a depressive state or anything, I just didn't have the motivation to hop on and play Fortnite alone as much. Outside of Fortnite, I was perfectly fine, but understand that for a good year or so, my whole life was dedicated to improving in Fortnite and taking my skill to the next level and just making something of myself. And it led to nothing. But you know what? That's okay. Because for the first time, I took a break from Fortnite, and I'm glad I did. It helped give me perspective, and it helped me to decide on what to do next. By not making money, it made me realize just how freaking hard it is to be a pro, especially in a battle royale. It is far from easy. After everything I put in, I still wasn't very close. Sure, I was like in the top 1% for a lot of my placements, but at the end of the day, like, it still is what it is. Now, not to be a downer, but what I learned about myself is that I realized that the grind to be a pro in any game it was probably just not worth it for me. I already felt like I was giving every cell in my body towards Fortnite, and it still wasn't enough. 3 days of straight competing took a fat toll on me, and I never want to do that again. I've always played video games just for fun, and I usually be pretty good. And like I mentioned earlier, this was the first time I set out to be a pro. But man, if you want to go pro, you really either got to be really talented and skilled, consume yourself to the grind, or just truly, truly love this process. Or maybe just all of the above. If you're trying to go pro in Fortnite, or any game, just know that it's gonna be extremely hard, but good luck. Give it your all. It's worth a shot. Why not? Especially if you're young. Learn about yourself along the way, and make sure to put your own enjoyment and health first. So what was next for me? Like I mentioned earlier in the video, failing as a pro was truly for the best. Why? Because it led me to something even better than being a pro. Content creation. Now, okay, I've experimented being a content creator since I was a kid, but this is the first time I'm actually like, you know what? Let's do it, LeBron. Let's do it. I spent too damn long playing this game and learning too many things to let it all go to waste. So I started making educational content in the hopes that I can at least inspire you guys to do better where I failed. My first couple of videos were extremely well received, surprisingly, and even got love from a moderator from the competitive subreddit, and that was just dope. It means the world that I can help you guys improve, smile, or whatever, even if it's in the slightest, or even if it's just some slight perspective on a topic. Overall, this experience was super humbling and one that I'll never forget, but I'm glad I went through it because it made me learn a lot of things which I'll cover more in my next video. And I swear I'm being honest, but it also made me realize that I'm not the kind of person that would want to go pro, so it literally worked out in my favor. Ayo, he's only saying that because he failed. Hey, shut up. Anyways, that's how I failed to be a Fortnite pro and how it led me to something even better. If you made it this far in the video, I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch and hear my story. I hope it benefited you in some way, whether it's a lesson, a laugh, or some perspective. If you want to go ahead and like the video, I would really appreciate it, and if you want to subscribe, that would mean the world. Otherwise, thank you for being here, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.